Hi guys, I just wanted to record a quick video for those of you who are completing the final project for To Kill a Mockingbird. I've sent out a rubric and a guideline for you. You'll find that there's not a ton of specific details like some of our other projects. I've had a lot of things to check off on your rubric. This is more of a general categories for you to get a bulk of points on if you do the required work. So I just want to talk quickly through the rubric that I'm sending out, reference a couple of other sheets that you should have somewhere in your binder so that you know what you're doing as you work through. So as you do your theme response project, you should have already chosen your focus project. That's either a piece of art or a character map, timeline, song, etc. So you've already chosen that part, so you know that you want to work on conveying theme through your selected project. So once you've done that, I want you to take some time to think through the theme statement that you have created for your full sentence outline. And this is where I want to reference two other papers. We went back, this goes back a couple of weeks. I sent out a video that had to do with Finding Nemo and how to make a theme statement. It's a worksheet called How to Write a Theme Statement, and you have that, should have that in your binder. Remember, the theme statement is the thing where you start with a topic and then you say the author believes that about the topic, and then you cross out the author believes, and then you end up with a statement. Something like the example from Nemo was, in order to achieve one's goals, a person must persevere and face their fears. So we're talking about finding that theme statement, and that goes back to your full sentence outline that everyone is creating for To Kill a Mockingbird. We talked through that in class a little bit, twice. So hopefully you know what you're doing there. But your full sentence outline, you also have a worksheet for that. It is just says To Kill a Mockingbird final project theme, full sentence outline, and then you also have a rubric for the full sentence outline. So once you've created your full sentence outline, that is where you're going to get your theme, the bulk of your theme ideas for your project. So if you're looking at the rubric sheet, it says, consider how you will convey the same message from your theme statement in your project. Think about the quotes that you chose for your full sentence outline and how those quotes are going to be displayed not in words but through whatever your project is. So for example, if you're creating a piece of art, how are the colors or the images or the medium that you use going to help convey that same message that you believe Harper Lee is conveying about the topic that you selected? Remember too, with a piece of art, you can use careful selection of your title to help also convey that theme. So if you're writing a poem or song, think about your word choice, your pauses, your rhythm, etc. And how are you going to join to echo the same things that you believe Harper Lee is saying in her prose words in her book that you could use in words in a poem or a song format. Same thing with your timeline or any other creative venue that you're choosing. How are you going to, create images and order them and select certain characters or events that really speak to the theme? Remember, you're not just creating a project that reflects the fact that you read the book To Kill a Mockingbird. Your goal in this project is to convey the same message that you believe Harper Lee is conveying about whatever topic you chose to track while you read. So once you've kind of planned that, once you have thought through those things, work on completing your project, spend some time investing in that, making it a good quality project. And then once you've completed your project, just think through briefly how you're going to present. Now, your presentation does not need to be long. A few minutes should convey the things that you need to convey. But once you have completed your project, I put a couple of guidelines down at the bottom of the sheet. You're going to reference back to your full sentence outline again, and that gives you a really great outline already finished in sentences that you can basically talk through. So you'll start by sharing your theme statement. So you're going to convey in words what you believe Harper Lee was saying about the topic you selected. You're going to go through your full sentence outline for a little bit. You're going to tell us the next part, which is what you believe that means and how it shows up in To Kill a Mockingbird. And then I'd like you to share 2 of the quotes that you included in your full sentence outline with the thoughts that you provide about what those quotes say regarding that theme. Then you're going to transition into talking through your project a little bit. So if your project has a title, you're going to share that title with us. And then you're going to walk through a little bit your creative process. How did you go from tracking theme in the book to pulling that together in your full sentence outline to then figuring out this creative outlet to also convey the same theme? And then just clearly communicate to us through your words describing your project, your painting, your poem, your timeline, how your project conveys that theme. Some pieces might be more obvious than others. I mean, a poem might speak itself in its own words, but even still, just clearly communicate to us, you know, I chose to use this simile or this metaphor or this pause at this spot because I felt like it was effective in creating or communicating the same theme. So if you look, the total points possible for this product are 75, and it's just grouped very broadly into three requirements. The first one is that I can see that you put some effort into it, that you took some time to plan, and that you did invest a significant amount of time into your project, that it doesn't look like it was just thrown together, but that's carefully thought through and carefully completed. The second big area is that your project does effectively communicate the theme that you believe Harper Lee communicated in her work. So if you had chosen education and as your topic and you are tracking a certain theme that Harper Lee was speaking about education, does your project speak that same message about education that you believe Harper Lee was speaking in her book? And then the last bigger area is that you were able to clearly communicate the aspects of the presentation that I laid out. So that's just listed on your rubric there. So reference up above, see what I want to see in your presentation. And then if you clearly communicate those, that's that third area. So none of this should be very complicated. It's very open-ended and also you know, not grading on technical things or specifics or grammar per se in this kind of a project, but just really this is your effort and your investment and showing your understanding of theme. In terms of how you'll give me your presentation, you can choose to record it and then send it to me somehow, or if you would like to just get on a Zoom or a FaceTime, I would just ask that your parent would be there since it would just be you presenting, and we can work that out amongst ourselves and figure out how you can present that. That's all I have for this. So obviously if you have any questions, reach out with an email. And I look forward to receiving your presentations by Thursday, April 23rd. Thanks.